Look at the Southern California coastline where it's always a little bit summery, even in mid-November. Welcome back to the AVP League Championship weekend as we look forward to concluding our third place matchup. Dignity Health Sports Park has your conclusion to summer action. Third place between the New York Nitro and the Miami Mayhem. Our men's match just ended in historic fashion. An incredible third set that went almost all the way to 30 points. So you have the Miami Mayhem up 1-0 at this point as we enter the women's field. Kevin Barnett alongside Cameron Irwin and Casey Patterson. Looking forward to this one. Casey, all right, Sara and Kelly step in now with a deficit. How do they approach this matchup with the A team?
Yeah, I feel like this is a great match for them to play up, right? They're looking at the old gold medalists, right? And they are the current world champions. This is a match that they like live and breathe for. And I feel like they're going to really ramp this up also to save their team and give themselves a chance to go to the golden set.
Golden set would happen. We'll detail that for you if the women win on the New York Nitro side. On the other side, it's the A team one last time.
And I just want to speak to what an honor it's been to watch them play. And you can guarantee that in the back of their minds, they are sitting there going, this is our last shot to spend some time on the sands of the AVP. They're going to leave it all out there like they've done every single time they've stepped onto the practice court, the competition court, and especially a championship court. I can't wait to see this last and final. From the beginning of the A team to the very end of the A team, you've been entertained here on the AVP. Let's take it down to Mark Sherman and bring him out once again.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Mayhem Nitro.
Round two. Let's meet the players. First for the Miami Mayhem, ladies and gentlemen. Wearing the number 1, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall. She is the 41-time AVP winner, the 74-time worldwide winner, the Olympic bronze, silver, and gold medalist out of USC, the one, the only April Ross. And her partner, standing 6 feet 5 inches tall, also playing in her final match of her beach volleyball career. She's an Olympic gold medalist, 12-time winner on the AVP. She is Alix Klineman. And their opponents, the New York Nitro. Wearing the number 1, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall out of USC, the multiple-time national champion, the Olympian, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hear it for Sara Hughes. And her partner, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, also out of USC, also a many-time national champion and a 2-time Olympian. It's Kelly Cheng.
The wildest thing coming into this match, there's only been one meeting all time. There's tons of crossover between these two players in terms of matching up with different partnerships, different options. Hughes and Ross 5 finals against one another. April is 4-1. On the other side, Klineman and Cheng 3 finals against each other. Alix undefeated, having taken all 3. So Klineman and Ross with the overall large advantage, but it has only happened one time before, and it was in 2 sets. It was in league play. Sara Hughes was unstoppable, hitting over 800. Can she do it again? She'll get us started here in our women's third place matchup. That ball finds the end line. Alix Klineman on the option right away.
Yeah, and I love it. From the first strike, getting Alix Klineman involved offensively, and that is a play that you have to pay attention to. It's not easy to be a right-handed attacker on the right side, hitting an option quite like that.
April Ross, a medal of every color. An unbelievable decorated career as a beach volleyball athlete following a stellar college career. That ball poked long by her partner. And the Nitro are on the board, 1-1. Both players announced their retirement within the last few weeks. April 1st, Alix just this week. Although Alix was prepared, just wanted to give April her time and moment in the sun. Jump serve, April will go behind and knuckle it over the top. Well done by the new mom. Both of these women after the Tokyo Olympic Games becoming mothers and then returning to the sand on their own terms.
Yeah, and both of them speaking greatly about just the journey and how much work it really has been to get back out on the court, and what a pleasure it's also been.
Alix Klineman to Sara Hughes. Hughes will go just over the top of the outstretched arms of the 6'5" Klineman. If you haven't seen the videos done by the McKibbin brothers, Riley McKibbin specifically honoring both of these women who will be retiring after this match, do yourself a favor and go see it. Alix's letter to volleyball is something special.
Yeah, they are so good at telling stories and making people feel the experience in the videos versus just watch. It's incredible.
Nice redirect there by Kelly Cheng. Now on the other side of the net, two women who are just really entering the meat of their career, of the excellence of what could be. Already to win Olympic Games together in Paris this last summer. I'd expect them to continue in 28 here in LA.
Yeah, I feel like this is a great opportunity for them to kind of take this next quad and really set themselves apart from all the other U.S. teams.
In that previous meeting, it was Cheng and Hughes 15-13, 15-10 emphatically. Hughes had 9 digs, Ross just 2, and had a tough offensive match. She's at the line now. Going jump serve. Cheng into the teeth of Klineman.
The stuff and stare is right back here. Alix Klineman doing what she does best. Crouching down and reaching high.
Such good defense. They ran a little I formation. April's kind of hiding behind Alix, so Kelly looked a little longer than she probably wanted to and got her.
Another block. Back to back from Alix, who as of late has gotten hot in the blocking phase of the game. Started off the league kind of cold.
Yeah, she has been pretty formidable in the last 4 matches or so, really adding it to her numbers. And I love this. Even with the line call, she sticks with her responsibility, which is blocking the angle, and she comes away with one.
Yeah, April's service pressure is giving her the ability to really be free up there. And I also love how they put them both, Sara and Kelly, on the pin. Shrink that line option and make her have to go over, right? And so I love that when you serve those sidelines, it creates some great opportunity for blockers.
Alix and April have had a little bit of an up and down AVP League season, but they have split every weekend, so they should win this one. Beautiful pickup again, blocked by Klineman. Sort of a reset there. Cheng checks down. Klineman's got it again.
It's like a practice blocking drill. Block and cover, block and cover.
Just so fantastic. Last night, Alix Klineman was all about pulling off the net. However, today, she is staying up there, wanting to have an impact, and thus far, a big one.
Doing her thing. Klineman, winner of 12 AVP titles, all alongside April Ross. A decorated indoor career, first collegiately at Miracosta High School, which is about 15 minutes from our location here at Dignity Health Sports Park. And then on to Stanford. New national championship there, and then on to the USA Women's National Team, and much pro play overseas before deciding to come to the beach. We've watched that entire process alongside April Ross from 2018 to today. April Ross, 41 AVP titles alongside 6 partners.
You know, when I look at the 4 athletes currently on the court, all I think of is the word dedication, because each one of them is just so purposeful in crafting their careers, whether that's on the sand, off the sand, their family life. It's been really fun to witness these 4 athletes find their best version of themselves.
Let's go down to the 4th member of our crew, Rich Lamborn, courtside.
Thank you, Kev. I'm here with Teddy Purcell, husband of Alix Klineman, former star in the NHL, right? So you've kind of had some experience going from the athletic career to civilian life. What's it like kind of accompanying your wife on that journey?
I'm actually pretty happy she's retiring, because now I won't be the worst athlete in the house anymore. So she'll be retired too, so we'll be both ex-athletes. But it's been really cool to be part of her ride for the last 5 or 6 years. And I always joke with her that I always wish I worked as hard as she would. Maybe I would have played a little longer.
Okay, and it's been kind of nice that the tail end of your career coincided with some of the great successes she had in hers, right?
It really did. And, you know, both of our schedules were really demanding. And hockey, we play 82 games a year. You're all over the place. And obviously, as everyone knows, the Olympic qualification takes a long time too. So I think we were both fortunate that we kind of met when I was winding down and she was figuring out her dreams, and I was holding down the house and the dog at home before we had little Theo.
Yeah. So now you got a house full of studs.
And I'm in 4th place. Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, Teddy. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
No mention of the shirt.
Oh, the
Rich
shirt was
Lamborn.
incredible.
That shirt is shirt of the year right there.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That is a really cool perspective, though, to hear from Teddy, just on kind of the dynamics and the shifting, as he was a former professional athlete as well.
We're going to take time out. We're going to take a...
Yeah, having someone that knows what you're going through and the grind that you're doing, like, you know that you're all in, you know what it takes. So there's no, I'm not offended if you're not paying attention to me all the time, because you're exhausted and you're using everything you can to just better yourself and make this dream happen.
I feel like we're getting a little insight here, a little Lexi Casey time here.
Oh, she was gnarly. We had to have, I mean, Tim Pillow, our strength coach, with the indoor team as well, and then with Jake and I, he had a whole meeting with our wives, our kids, and he had a whole spreadsheet, and he's like, look, this is going to be hard. They're going to be tired and cranky. Like, this is what it's going to take. So don't be offended, but, like, know they love you and they're all in and we're here together. But this time right now is the most special that we're going to have as far as focusing on one thing. I've never had something like that ever again after. It's incredible, the power that you can have as a team when you're all focused on one thing. It's awesome.
Timeout called by New York here, trailing 10-6 off that skip ace. I've never seen this many skip aces in a weekend. It's wild.
Well, and it's interesting, too, because the last 2 events we've been indoors, and Casey and I have talked about it relentlessly, just how teams have really been able to find their float serves in the last couple weeks and kind of changing the game as you come back outside. And it seems like they've got this net height dialed perfectly.
Yeah.
Best of 3 sets, all played to 15 or 29-27, your choice. You must win by 2, 1 timeout per team per set. That's been a lot of fun. And if this is a split, if New York comes up with the victory, even though they trail here in the first set, we will play a single golden set, and that golden set will start with either the men or the women. And at 8 points, we'll have to switch to the other gender to complete the remainder of the set. It's almost like a 400-meter relay or something run by 4 people, but next to each other. So will the Nitro come back in this set? Will they come back in this match? Will we have a golden set? Questions to be answered. Hughes will run it from the middle. Alix nearly swatted another. She's had a terrific first set at the net defensively.
I just have an odd feeling that the first ever golden set we will see in AVP League history is going to be in the championships.
Okay, I like it.
To determine the winner.
I want that to happen.
Sara and Kelly trying to come back in this first set. They were 6-2 entering last night as that ball is chipped over the top easily, but they've lost 3 of 4. And I wonder, in an Olympic year, it's such a long season, as we look at the April and Alix shirts.
Those are on Etsy later, by the way.
Dude, those are old school, like concert tees, along with the current thing, and, and they've gone to the comfort colors, so everything's a little bit heavier, a little oversized.
Yeah.
Just a bit outside.
April's really found her flow, though. I remember watching against, what was it, Melissa and Brandy. Her side out and her serve was almost as if she'd never stopped playing. It was awesome, and I feel like that has really set the tone for letting Alix be free up there and get some blocks. And
Nitro coming back.
I love it. I have a thought, and then they just do absolute pound towns.
I was going to say, I was going to go off your thought about April's serve, because she had been going with a bit more of a jump float, and she was really having an impact from the service line, still picking up aces. It's great to see her bringing back out the
the old jump serve we all used to watch, right, with the
block the other way. Kelly Cheng doing it all herself at the moment.
This is Kelly Cheng saying, all right, Cam Casey, enough about the service pressure. Right. Pay attention to my block.
Yeah.
I think they've also heard enough about the A-team. Yeah, they're retiring, whatever.
It's our turn.
10-11. Just like their male counterparts in that third set. A good comeback. Another tough short serve from Cheng. She'll pull. Her partner will have a chance. April right-hand stab. Knuckles just out.
And the line's pushed out, so it feels even closer. Than
French fries on the board.
Oh, man, April Ross just groveling defensively. Trying to find her feet, and she just couldn't quite get to that set.
Oh,
that's centimeters.
So close.
I think we're just going to see what happens. Because he has a very specific
So timeout now called by Miami, tied at 11. Looked like Miami had control of this set at 10-6. They were streaking. Alix Klineman blocking balls. All of a sudden, Cheng seizing control herself. Service and blockage.
It's incredible. You'd think with how quick these games are, it feels like the intensity of those runs would almost put the brakes on those teams even more. Well, and instead, it's just ramped it up, and these teams have gone on their own runs directly after.
This is our third place matchup. Our league championship is coming up later today. It'll be at 3 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. Kylie DeBerg, Haley Harward, Tony Rodriguez, and Gina Urango all playing their best volleyball of the year at the right time. Benish and Partain, the Olympians, versus Chase Buttinger and Miles Evans, the Olympians. Love that we have both of our Olympic representatives facing off in our men's final. And of course, same format there. If we go 1-1, if it's a split situation, it'll be a golden set for the AVP League belts. Finally, a championship belt. Well done by the AVP in this year. We have a first set to resolve here against the women's side first. Nice. Back to the line by April Ross, Kevin Barnett alongside Cameron Irwin, Casey Patterson, and Rich Lamborn, bringing you all the action today from Carson, California.
It's just so fun to watch April Ross side out. She has a little bit of a unique approach, and the way she hits the ball, it's pretty flat, and she almost kind of has it well out in front of her. I think it enables her vision more than some others.
Keep that ball in front of her more often than not, so that even if you don't have the full max approach, you always have your vision. And I feel like that's the most valuable thing out here.
Hughes trying to serve down that middle. Klineman slides and takes it. And terminates it from a high point.
You know it's a good swing when they are waiting for that shot and it still hits just a foot in front of Sara Hughes.
Yeah, their whole defense is predicated to that exact swing, and it was still in front of them.
Mayhem lost to DeBerg and Harward yesterday in straight sets, 15-12 in both sets. Rodriguez and Urango defeated Cheng and Hughes, 15-12 in a third set thriller. That ball into the net. 13 apiece. Miami holding the advantage. If they can side out here.
Watch for the side spin serve here, potentially to the sideline. Ooh, right down the middle.
You had the side spin, position down the middle, cut shot. Hughes picks it up and puts it down the line perfectly. The advantage now goes the other side. Just in time, it is a set point for New York.
Such a good scoop here by Sara, because she's there, but she has to put a little, we used to say J it up. She gives that little bit of a J, a little bit of a scoop. Great touch, pokey in the line. Her defense is incredible.
For the set. Over the top, same shot we saw moments ago.
That's been April's bread and butter her whole career. She's been at that flat line where she kind of runs under the ball and then flicks it over the top of the block. Because then she has that inside out cutty too, so you're just rattled on defense.
Just wondering when Kelly Cheng is going to pull off the net defensively.
Yeah, and that's tough because then April can kind of she can still beat you with the speed that she has on it, so it's tough to time that.
Hughes with nobody up finds the winner. Set point number 2 for New York. The men looking on after providing maximum volleyball entertainment for you, the fan. Hughes down the line, working on April. From off the net, there's the pull.
Yes, there it is.
And on 2, got it! The option game wins it. Cameron Irwin wins the first set, 16-14 with the pull from Kelly Cheng. And the men celebrate. A tightly contested first set ends in overtime fashion, as it has been between the Mayhem and the Nitro. Third place hangs in the balance as we head to our second set.
The AVP League is brought to you by Wilson, the official ball of the AVP.
How about a little magic, huh?
Play continues in beautiful Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. It is mid-70s here in middle November. That's about right for Southern California, as our crowd is filtered in to enjoy our third place matchup as we look forward to the conclusion of this and then on to the championship. The women out there warming up first for the championship as the crowd gets into it with Mark Sherman. The New York Nitro in overtime fashion, 16-14 with the victory, took 2 set points to close it out. Case Patterson, what do you think plays from that first set on into the second set that might be good for the Nitro?
Yeah, Kelly's serve, right? She moved it around. She does that like the boomerang or the banana serve, right, where she carves it and it kind of tails to the middle or tails to the sideline. But she also starts her starting location at different places along the end line. I feel like that really disrupted the timing of the match and gave them the opportunity to win. So I think that will dictate a lot of their success early on and then maybe to close out.
On the other side, Cameron, we saw Alix Klineman at the very start of that set block a ton of balls and then kind of pull off the net a little bit. What do you think about the management there of Alix at the net?
Alix had a huge impact early in that set. However, it started to shift around with a better offensive flow and rhythm from the New York Nitro. It wasn't necessarily that she was doing the wrong aspects of a defender and blocker. It was more that the Nitro stepped up from an attacking standpoint.
Let's check in with Rich Lamborn as the second set looks to get underway.
All right, guys, I got the Crab brothers here. Obviously, we're rooting for this match to go different ways depending on who we're talking to. First of all, thank you for never leaving us wanting in a post-game interview. Always the full, real details from you, Trev.
I mean, just got to keep it real and give the fans the inside scoop on everything. Yeah.
You guys always give us great excitement on the court. We're hoping that this goes to a golden set. We haven't seen it all weekend. What are your thoughts, T?
We're actually talking about it right now, who's going to go first. And I think we're going to send out the girls first just because they'll just finish and they'll be warm. So we'll keep them out there if they're able to win this set. Hopefully they do.
And our producer wants to know, if you're breaking up with Theo, is there a possibility of reconciliation here?
Only if this guy turns into a full-time blocker.
Okay. All right, I like it. Do you have anything you want to sign off with?
Back to you, Barney.
Well, he might be in the booth soon. We'll see.
Yeah.
Knuckles over, good from Cheng. That's the way she finished that first set. Did a lot of work from the service line as well, just kind of causing general problems.
Yeah, without question, she was really, really tough from the service line. And I like that she's not just serving best serve, but she's also kind of, as she picks up an ace there, that side spin, but she has been really directional with it as well.
Yeah.
All right, so she went long with that one. You were calling for that earlier. Does she go back to the short on April here to the right side?
I think she might go middle here.
Okay.
She flattens it.
High formation defense pays, on two pays again.
She's so good in those like awkward timing, scoop transition. She just can make so many things out of those types of digs and plays.
4-1 open has the A team already calling a timeout. Casey, we were wondering this when we were watching the men of New York be under pressure in a set. They didn't call timeouts. A team, different strategy.
Yeah, right. They're like, nope, we're cutting it now. We're not going to let that go too far. I think that's a good team rhythm that they probably have. They know that they've got a certain window of time, and they also play better when they can control those runs a little bit more.
And remember, you don't have 2 timeouts as we did in Heritage play. You have just 1. So this is it. Unable to slow it down should they continue to fall further behind are the Miami Mayhem. We're looking forward to our championship match. What a season it has been, redefining beach volleyball and how it's spectated. I've really enjoyed league play. I've enjoyed the quality of the volleyball. I've enjoyed the speed of the sets. Casey, from a player slash now broadcaster slash fan perspective, how would you rate the change in format?
I love it so much because we've trimmed the fat, so to say, in those first 2 side switches in a game to 21. It's immediately like the pressure's on. We got to go full throttle. And for me watching, I love that. And I think for me playing, that would be the same thing. I would get extra warm and be ready to just put on a show from the start versus kind of ease my way into it.
I also think the shallow sand has had a huge difference in terms of being physical in this new brand of volleyball.
Right.
April Ross physical on that swing out of the timeout. It's 4-2.
Yeah, it forces you also to play a little bit different defense. It's more of like a hybrid of a little back in the indoor days of the blockers have to take a little bit more of those low angles from an attack that's farther off the net even.
April back to the hybrid. Puts it down the middle. Cheng takes a look. Finds Alix. And the ball finds the sand. Alix back in her role.
And she waited forever at the bottom of that jump as Kelly Cheng is about 2 to 3 feet off the net right here. So well timed. Great vision for the blocker, Alix Klineman.
Down the middle once again, nearly had the ace. Instead, it's a side-out Nitro.
Kelly's vision there is so great. With that swing right there, you don't have to swing hard. You don't have to do the soft shot. You just look, throw the 3/4, carve down the line. It's a great shot.
Short option taken and converted. Alix Klineman giving you a look at her athleticism. That's what made her special at 6'5", going all the way back to high school, collegiately, and then into the pro game.
Well, and that's exactly how they started off set one. You thought the option was going to be a big bonus for them. However, they kind of went away from it.
Yeah, that's right. She started with that high, deep middle one right off the bat.
A little fake at the option there, and inside out goes Sara Hughes. Sara Hughes and Kelly Cheng. Then Kelly Clays had exceptional success collegiately at USC. Part of the birth of that program is the national powerhouse that it remains today. Came to the international ranks together, the pro ranks together, split up, and then finally reconciled and got back to where we all thought they belonged to begin with, together.
And then world champs. Oh, it was the right decision.
And then the Olympics.
Yeah.
Of course, these women on the right side, the Tokyo champions, Olympic gold medalists together, who began that journey in 2018, worked so hard. First with Jen Kessie in that wonderful triumvirate, and then on to Tokyo success and all the trappings that come with a gold medal. Tough service down the line, picked up by Hughes. She'll attack off the net. Lemonade from Lemons.
What a set by Kelly. I mean, that was just thrown at her.
I mean, to fend off the serve in the first place, but that was a dart of a first pass.
Yeah, I love Kelly giving her a little extra spin. Here, let me just help you with this cutty.
Line the call, line executed perfectly, 7-6.
April Ross dropping that left shoulder, leaning over to open up the line just a bit more.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like in defense, I would not give her those anymore. I would take away her line. I would double up. I would force her into the angle. I would force her to change her offense right now because she's doing it so well.
Tough pass. Alix lines up on the line. Her partner digs the ball perfectly in the angle. Hughes, another flopping dig and another conversion. No, April is there. Right side attack this time. Got it.
Love it. April Ross with another scoop on the right side of the court. She had plenty of time. Watch this. She gets up, even shakes the sand off of her hands before she goes to approach.
With enough left to just put a little oosh behind the ball, too.
Fans getting into it. Really short shot, nearly picked up by April Ross. She's going to be teaching those kinds of defensive moves over there at El Camino College in her first season as the beach coach there, giving back to the game.
And how cool, too. Went and got her master's degree as well, coaching and leadership. Imagine being coached by April Ross. Betsy Flint and Julia Scholes know a little something about it.
I'm sure we're going to see her out on the sand in a variety of roles,
right?
If not in this booth, as she was with us in Chicago. But of course, son Ross is going to be a primary in her life. Hughes, digging conversion.
And I just love the alignment for Sara Hughes, understanding, again, that right-handed attack on the option play. So hard to bring that back to the line, so shifting right in front.
Plus what, her last 3 have all been in that high seam location. Great position by her.
Both with the out call, and they are correct, 9-8. Cheng and Hughes got off to a 5-0 start in league play before dropping the last couple. Ending up here in the 3rd place match. If they can come out victorious in this set, we will head to our first ever golden set. Knuckles short, and things are looking up. 10-8. Casey, get excited. Start getting excited.
Look at this pokey. She's still on her way up, and it's almost like it just sat there, and she could still stare at April. She took a peek while poking it. Like, how short do I need to go?
Clays with the signals at the net. Almost a similar shot. That was an April Ross kind of play. Run down by April Ross. And then knifed underneath. Don't April me.
Don't ever April me. And then back to the line. But so far, they've had a better chances or opportunity to score when they forced April into going to angle, right? And then it's just right back into, oh, you're going to give me a little window? Sweet. I'm going to take it back.
Alix Klineman steps back to serve. When she announced her retirement, she said it is with a love for volleyball. She said, well, this is it. One last week with you, volleyball. It's going to come to a close in this match, no matter what. The question is, does it come to a close in this set? 4 points away are the New York Nitro from forcing a golden set. So it could be that they finish their career in the first ever golden set.
Right? Oh, that'd be so cool. I like Kelly lining up from here. She's got such a back of the line, and then that middle from this side.
Yeah, but the vision's really tough, right? Staring straight into the sun on that side of the net right now.
Yeah, you just burn. You get used to that. You just
burn your retinas.
Yeah, you burn them. You burn them. I had to get LASIK. I never wore sunglasses. I'm just gonna burn them. Going for it. This is for a win.
Casey Patterson, legally blind, if you didn't know. Tough short serve. Boy, a couple of beautiful bump sets from Cheng and Hughes in this match.
Yeah, they've saved each other twice, right? With these great laying it up, giving your partner time, adding that little spin so they can just chop it.
How awesome to see the physical fitness of those two as well. Like in those condensed spaces, being able to just have that quick approach or those last 2 steps and elevate.
Yeah.
So important.
12-10 looking for more. There's a pull. Easy dig. Perfect offense. Got it. +3 with 2 to go.
I thought Kelly was going to set over on 2. She's got long peak.
So this is how it works. The higher seed, in this case the New York Nitro, since they were the #1 seed coming in, they will get to choose men or women first. You heard Taylor Crabb say earlier, we're probably looking at keeping the women out on the sand. So they would play to 8 points. When one side has 8, we'll put the net up. The men will join the sand. They'll have a couple-minute warm-up, and they will complete it from wherever the score stands with the women on the sand. We are just about at that point here.
Yeah, my thought immediately goes to, okay, if I've just beat them 2 sets in a row, they're gonna reach that tipping point where they start to like play really well and come back, and they're like, oh, we only have to play really well now and win. Maybe I flip it and make the boys play first.
Wait a minute, Casey. I think you're overthinking
Yeah,
it. You're gonna have 1-2
games.
sets and think you're gonna lose the next set. That is not the mind of a competitor. The heart of a champion, an Olympian such as yourself.
Well, I'm thinking like, if I've just beat them twice and they're starting to get a little frustrated, they're gonna start playing better. Maybe I switch it up and throw a wrinkle in and make, oh, boys are up.
All right, so this is match point. Really go to golden set point. Klineman. Got it. But there's still plenty of room here for New York.
Yeah, Taylor Crabb and Taylor Sander are not warming up right
They're
now.
not ready
I do
at all.
not think they will be taking the sand first.
They're both legs are crossed, sitting on the player's tent.
Second match ball. Blocked by Klineman. We're not going golden yet.
Can they find one more is the question.
Oh. Do they have a timeout left? Smart.
They do. Timeout called at 14-13.
I mean, Alix Klineman just took away Kelly Cheng's favorite shot, right? Especially in big-time moments, she wants to have that hard angle swing, and so she steals it.
And the Mayhem won the men's match.
Yeah, and April even tempting her by sliding into the angle as she's hitting, thinking, oh, Alix is going to stay line. I love that.
If New York can close it out, either in the next point or perhaps in extended time, as we've already seen between the Nitro and the Mayhem, we'll be looking at a golden set and a little bit of a delay for our championship match. They're out there warming up right now. It'll be 1 set to 15 points with both the men's and the women's teams playing. The higher seed will choose. Do men or women go first? It sounds like right now the odds are the women end up going first, but we don't know that. They would play to 8 points, and then the men would come on out, raise the net up, and they would finish it out to 15, win by 2. And if those guys get back out here, are we going to 30 again?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, because they're going to be the end.
Got to make them go first. They can only go to 8.
Yeah, you still have to win by 2.
Yeah.
There could be a whole additional set to the golden set.
Yeah.
Called a golden match at this point.
Third match point for the New York Nitro. Didn't go to Clays. Went to Hughes, swatted back once. Dug by April for the tie. Pushed! You get April! 15-13, golden set upcoming.
Sara Hughes with the on-one to close the match. Unbelievable.
Casey, take us inside the discussion going on with the New York Nitro right now. Hey, ladies, we've been hanging out on the sidelines just relaxing, casually, so probably you should play.
How are you girls feeling? I think now it's almost like, hey, what side do you want to take first? Because do you
just assume that they're out there?
Yeah,
okay.
You just assume that they're out there. The girls, you're going to stay. Now I'm going to go, let's choose a side where you can see versus the sun.
Let's actually go right in the middle, shall we? In the middle. We'll go Nitro on this side. Chinger right here. Where's Chinger? Who's doing this?
Right here, back there,
Renee, let's do it.
All right, we're ready to go, Joe.
We're not sure yet. This is the golden set. The teams are talking about it right now. The Nitro will make the decision about who is playing first, men or women. Nitro, have you made your decision? Sara, who will start the golden set, men or women? Men will start. Taylor, Theo, and Trevor will start. April and Alix, Sara and Kelly will finish. Referees, I'll let you do your normal coin flip to see who will get the choice of receive or side.
Interesting choice, Casey Patterson. You called it.
I should have known because Taylor and Taylor need no warm up.
Yeah,
they never warm up.
They don't warm up ever. They just get on the sand and jump.
I should have known.
We don't care about the side. Look at Taylor. I'm going to beat him. It doesn't matter.
I've already lost my retinas. Doesn't matter.
No, he rocks the Oakleys. He's well taken care of.
Fine.
Shady Rays and Oakleys on those two gentlemen right there. And they'll receive a big experiment.
Make the other team choose what side and play that game.
Does it have to be a skyball, Cam, if you're going to receive in that fashion?
I was going to say, he's going football receive.
Yeah. At least he didn't say we're going to receive and we're going to win.
Yeah.
A la Hasselbeck. Here on a fall Sunday, we're going into our first ever golden set. Kevin Barnett alongside Casey Patterson, Cameron Irwin, and Rich Lamborn. Looking forward to making history here. A third place deciding set to be played by both the men and the women. The men will take the sand first as per the choice of the New York Nitro. The net is gone up. Everyone checking to make sure it's the right height, and they'll be ready to play the first half of this set. They will play it to one team having 8 points when you typically would have a side change. And the women will then come out, have a couple of minutes to get themselves ready as the net is raised, and then they will continue on with their match, the end of the set.
Just so much anticipation for the golden set. We thought maybe we'd see it yesterday, but all week long, once we kind of debuted this at week 8, there's been so much conversation, whether it is just in between in terms of the athletes amongst themselves or the fans online, everyone trying to figure out the best strategy for this and how it's really going to come together.
Right, and we, you know, remembering last night, I actually asked the Taylors, and they're like, yeah, we're going to go first. So I kind of threw that out there knowing that to make it look like I knew that that's what, you know, they were going to do. But they did say, like, we want the girls to finish. We want them to finish that match. So I'm guessing I like that they're following the same game plan because they just set it in stone no matter the scenario leading into it.
And I want to go back to the conditions currently on the court, Casey, because it's not just necessarily about looking into the sun. There's also shadows starting to creep in. How does that kind of change the game?
Yeah, especially on that far side, that angle side. If I'm digging in the angle, you know, I might lose it here and there with the sun or whatever reflection or, you know, things that get in the way. So there is that. And in a stadium like this, there's never really a true wind, too, if it starts to pick up. It's just a little baby swirl. So that's never really usually like a big decision maker, but it's more like the sun, the glare. It could affect a few plays here and there.
Well, and it's also been a minute since we've seen the men out on the court. We saw them go the distance in that third set. I'm so curious to see who's going to show up in the biggest way. Will it be the blockers? Will it be the defenders? I don't know how this one's going to play out because the strategy completely resets.
If you just joined us, we had a fun beginning to that, which featured some underhand serves, some sky balls, some split blocking, a lot of goofiness going on, but it was 19-17, Miami Mayhem over the New York Nitro in the first set. It was a resounding victory in the second, 15-10 by New York, and then a set that went on forever, 29-27, featuring 16 match points, an eventual victory by the Miami Mayhem and Trevor Crabb. So the brothers are back. It's an extra boil. You wanted one more pot of action. Here we go. Golden set. Skip ace. No, but nearly. Chip shot. Dug by Trevor. He'll go high. His brother has found it. Left side now. Into the cable and down. The Mayhem have point one.
It's like a half warm-up drill. They're just getting after it. Everybody's half jumping, but swinging, tool in the block.
I feel like this is just oddly reminiscent of their match, though.
It is.
Like the self-cover, tracking down the line, Theo Brunner with the block.
Working on Taylor once again. Popped up. Nice open hand dig. And a stuff block.
He came out of nowhere.
He did. No.
Trevor just looked across and goes, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. There's nothing better than blocking someone when they give them the little straight down.
Golden set action. 1-1 all long. And all the chatter that was going on, all the body language has just continued.
Yeah, it
right
didn't
away.
stop. Yeah, it just kept.
Were they talking smack and serving balls at each other on the sidelines the whole time? That is beautifully done. Put some English on it. Taylor Sander.
Just so much carve, and it's impressive too with that much trajectory that that ball didn't trail out of the court. Side spin going towards that right sideline.
Your touch has to be so soft.
That high snap is good. 2-2.
Taylor Sander just trying to hover above the height of the net there. Went up with Crabb on the opposite side.
Yeah, I could tell Trevor had good spacing there to have all the range.
Sanders through the hands and out of bounds. Guys, they feel like they're settling in a little bit right now.
Yeah, the approach timing, everyone's really patient, they're passing well. Just slowly ramping up.
32 looking forward to that 8th point. We saw a couple of big runs to start that 3rd set despite its close conclusion. Can somebody pull a run here and put their women in a powerful position entering their return to the court?
Interesting. Trevor Crabb with back-to-back points, kind of hitting into that angle or into a cut shot. Remember, he didn't have many of those opportunities in that last match where he didn't really go to the cut.
Yeah, the few times he tried, he hit that one barely out, and then they kind of affected him and dug or blocked him. So I think he's finding that window of offense where he really likes where he's at. So he's got confident room, opening up the line later on.
Exactly.
Sitting in the pocket is Trevor. Putting it away and scoring. And here comes that little run. All of a sudden, 6-3. Alix and April getting pumped up on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Exactly what we talked about. He went back-to-back to the right sideline, working the cut. This time, finds a line. Paintbrush.
A little less oomph than we saw earlier if you were with us watching the Taylor Sander experiment. Tee off.
We all felt that swing. That was incredible.
The hottest of pockets was found. Cut shot just wide. Just wide.
Taylor Crabb says, all right, brother, get over it. It's out of bounds. He had his nose on this ball.
Oh, that's well clear of the line. No argument to be had. 6-5. Big sideways move pays off, and we're tied at 6.
Yeah, where Taylor doesn't follow him and stay close, he almost lets him have that line and that space. It just waits for Trevor to bring it right back at him.
From one run back to the other run, and we're back to tied. That set more to the middle. Angle still had 7-6. So the women staying warm because they could be on the court here momentarily.
It is 7-6.
Ball thrown back. Right side. Cut and one.
It's 7-7. Big point coming right now. This will be the final point that the men play in the golden set.
What a reach by Theo. He can hang and watch for so long.
Trying to put their women up by 1. Somebody will on this play, and it will be the Miami Mayhem.
So the Miami Mayhem.
8-7 on the men's side. So the men have done their work. We're going to do some work on the net. The women will get a little bit of a warm-up here. And the first ever golden set will continue. Stepping back on are Kelly and Sara. April and Alix having a little conversation about strategy here. It's been interesting to follow how this has all gone in terms of strategy. I know we've seen a few teams, San Diego smash, looking very similar offensively. Casey, that was one of the intriguing things coming into league play, was how much would these teams really become teams?
Yeah, right, like how tight do they get? The support system, the different versions of what they see in this game and in this new format, and share it with each other. And I love that because it gives you a purpose outside of just yourself and your team.
Yeah, embodying your group and your logo and your city. Let's go down to Rich Lamborn, who is courtside as the changeover continues.
All right, yeah. They got 6 minutes to warm up. You guys did your job out there, though, right? Is that kind of the position you wanted to put your ladies in?
Yeah, I mean, I think when we didn't get any warm-up, so it's like try to keep the errors to a minimum. Even though I made 2 in a row, but we had a nice little lead to start. But yeah, I mean, hopefully they just close this out. We gave them a 1-point advantage here.
Very short time ago, your brother told us they were going to send the women out first, and then he pump faked you and sent the men out first. Did that throw you off a little bit?
I was pretty caught off guard, and the no warm-up hurt the oldest team on tour a little bit. So, but I mean, yeah, 1-point lead, we'll take it.
It was tremendous to watch your last 15 points together as a team. Thank you for the entertainment.
20, no, it's more like 23 points together.
I mean the 15 points you just played, my friend.
Oh,
yeah, that's all right. Hawaiian math. Yeah, I got you.
It's one step ahead. You're always one step ahead.
Thank you, brother.
Hawaiian math
Back to you,
happening
buddy.
down there. Thanks, Trevor. An extra little, morsel at the end of that partnership. There we go. Cameron Irwin, Casey Patterson, Kevin Barnett here as we change over in the midpoint of the golden set. Miami Mayhem did not trail in that set, so they've done their work, the oldest team on tour.
I just love the gamesmanship, right? Like the fact that they have the interview, they talk about who's going out first, and that is the most brotherly thing you could ever envision. Just the full switch up from Trevor and Taylor. I absolutely love it, but now it really comes down to the A team. You want to talk about a last matchup? This is where you want the best game to come to life. And Alix and April, if they know anything about playing their best game, it's going to be right now against a formidable opponent.
Let's check back in with Richie down on the sand.
All right, I got the Nitro here, Taylor and Taylor. I didn't know it was possible to carrot dangle in an 8-point run there. What were you guys thinking out there?
That's not the carrot angle I wanted to do, but at least we were able to get it back to a 1-point deficit, giving our girls a good chance switching to the good side. That's kind of what we wanted.
It seems like whenever you guys have 3 next to your name and you have a little bit of a deficit, that's when you guys kick into gear.
I have no idea. That's for you guys to, determine.
We dissect that and you just feast on balls down.
That's not what we want to be doing. But yeah, I mean, we got it back to 1 point, and so that was big. Yeah, it's pretty intense. I'm excited to see this showdown now. Hopefully our girls can ball out and we'll be cheering them on.
Were you lying to us 30 minutes ago when you told us that the women were going to go out first, or did you have a team meeting and switch tactics?
I wasn't lying, but I guess I did lie. Yeah, I mean, we talked about it with them when they finished up, and they thought that, we could keep it a close game so they could come out and finish it off for us.
Okay, love it. Good luck to you guys. Thanks. Sorry, sir.
We head back to the women's side. Casey Patterson, how much changes now? They've taken just a moment off the sand. How much in the strategy changes for either side?
Yeah, because especially with Sara and Kelly, they had just won that match, right? And they're like, okay, we have all this momentum. We won. We feel good. But it's not over. It's almost like, just kidding, the door's not shut. And so mentally, you got to really refocus on, okay, what gives us our superpowers as a team? How do we control this momentum and get it back again?
Cameron, you've talked a lot about the pulling balance, both for Alix as well as Kelly on the other side. How do you see that playing out? What do you want to see?
So it was really interesting because when you think back to that set point for Kelly and Sara pulling off the net, it was a delay, right? It took them a while to get there. I envision getting back out on the court. Both these blockers are going to be staying up at the net, not a whole lot of pulling, because they're going to try and figure out exactly how to have a hand on the attacker. However, then I also have the second question of, well, how warm are they actually going to be? Are they going to be taking swings at the ball right now? I think you have to, but we're going to see who's the most warmed up here.
Casey, it seemed like to me the speed of those first 8 points was pretty high. And if I'm the athlete, I'm still warm.
Yeah, I think the girls are still warm because they just finished a pretty big match, right? I feel like they had just enough time where they're still on that like 70–80% of warmth at 100. So I feel like they're going to be much more prepared for this maximum capacity.
Do you see service playing a role?
Without a doubt, and you saw that especially from Kelly Cheng, right? Like, she was really dictating terms from the service line, not just with the side spin on it, but her ability to pinpoint exactly where she wanted to go. And there was a lot of serves going to the middle, kind of neutralizing the option play that the A-team could bring.
We thought the A-team career was over, Casey, but it's not.
It's not over. Let's go. I'm so excited.
All right, they're coming back out on the sand. We're looking forward to our championship match coming up. It's going to be the championship face down after this golden set. When we come back, it's going to be the New York Nitro and the Miami Mayhem over on CBS Sports Network with the second half of this golden set. History being made. Join us on CBS Sports Network.
with a 1-point lead, 8-7 in the golden set. Yeah.
Welcome to Carson, California, and Dignity Health Sports Park, the site of history being made. Our first ever golden set featuring men's and women's play. We are halfway through as you join us. Kevin Barnett alongside Cameron Irwin and Casey Patterson. Rich Lamborn down on the sand as we enter the second half of this set. It is because we had a split in the duo matchups. It was 1-1, so it's one set played to 15, win by 2. The men have already played. They played to a 1-point difference. Miami Mayhem with the lead 8-7. Now the women are going to take the sand at that score. Alix Klineman and the A-team facing off the New York Nitro. That's Kelly Cheng and Sara Hughes. And we're off and running what was supposed to be a pregame. We are set for action. Alix Klineman at the line. Both these players retiring at the end of these points. At the end of this set, it is win by 2. How far will it go? Klineman serves just out.
That is so close.
Well, and with this new league format, only playing to 15 points, now in a golden set, you're only playing to either 7 or 8 points. Talk about some quick and fast play.
This is our third place matchup. If you tuned in for the championship, that is upcoming. San Diego Smash are warming up on the sidelines. They'll be active against the Dallas Dream for the title as that ball is tapped over and won. 9-8.
Good scramble play by Alix. That was a tough shot. It went back over her right shoulder as she ran to go set it.
April Ross working on Kelly Cheng. Line the call, dug up by April. The Olympian and multiple color medalist with the win. We got here because New York won the initial match between these two teams. It was 16-14, 15-13, the victory for Sara and Kelly of the New York Nitro. Right there, now they trail by 2.
Ross is the boss. I love when she's out of system. She just peppers deep middle.
Nobody up, angled the call. So on the women's side, New York won. On the other side, the men won. The Miami Mayhem won in exciting fashion in a third set that went on absolutely forever, finishing 29-27 in what was supposed to be a set to 15. It featured 16 match points. And all of that has us arriving here in the second half of the golden set. Glad you're with us. Angle shot is good with nobody up from April.
Same thing, right? When she's in trouble, she just finds the deep middle, understanding that the block is pulling off the net. It's such a tough spot to have to defend.
That's what's made her the most incredible offensive, defensive player in the world. Her ability in transition, out of system, she's unstoppable.
Kelly Cheng, she was the target in the match, and now here in the golden set. Pulling. This time Hughes with the dig. And a block from Klineman. Gives him a 3-point lead.
Oh, I love these kind of rallies and points where both of each partners are just playing their role at such a high level that it just turns into the most incredible points.
Well, and that's on both sides. I know Sara Hughes gets stuffed there, but what was the adjustment from her? Out of system play, shade middle,
Shifted.
find the dig.
Yeah.
They have to have this one. New York needing a side out desperately. Line called, angle taken instead with heat on the cable.
Just brilliant placement from Kelly Cheng, especially with the big block in front of her. And staring straight into the sun. Really tough play, but well executed.
Local time, a little after 3 o'clock. Winter sun starting to fade. That ball cut sideways to Klineman. Touched, turned, poked down. Klineman dominant at the net in this match.
That's just, I was born tall, and I'm going to put this ball away. What a great cover by Kelly, too, to run that down. Sara looking to save it as much as she can. You're just not 6'5".
We can't all be.
I know.
April back to serve, 13-10.
Same serve. This time the line is good, 13-11. The time is now for New York.
Yeah, that pass by Kelly and that confident 2 call, that play call where the ball is a little bit more in the middle, gives her some space back at that line. I love that.
April Ross, dug by Hughes. Critical swing. Right at April. Net violation called against Kelly Cheng, who cannot believe it.
What's even more stunning is Sara Hughes was the one that was even more vocal.
Yeah, she was super upset about that. I think.
Yeah, there's a touch.
Excellent call by our officials.
That's where Kelly says no because she's just wishing it wasn't a touch.
Third place point #1 to be on the podium for 3rd in the league season. Sails long, but still room.
This is what got him here, though. Kelly's serve. Can she pull a couple more out?
It was serve and block. Nearly had an ace there. Diving Hughes picks it up. Cheng covers herself. Too short, and it's over. The A team go out on top with one more notation in the record book. Winners of the first golden set ever played in AVP League history.
Incredible game by them. What 8 points, 7 points, and they played almost flawless. Great execution on both sides. Defense, blocking, serving, transition, attack. Incredible.
Every phase of the game, to your point, just brilliantly played. I mean, Kelly Cheng, Sara Hughes had the right idea time and time again, but it was Alix Klineman up at the net, just huge effect. And then April Ross just sitting in the pocket, coming up with dig after dig.
One more trip, one more bit of excellence in the sun, and our 3rd place has been finished. Let's check in with Mark Sherman on the sand with the winners of the golden set and 3rd place.
The first ever golden set, and a thrilling golden set it was. I'm going to start with the boys real quick, and I'm going to get to you two in a second because that was quite a moment for the two of you at the end of your career. Theo, Trevor, in your last match together, you started out the golden set. You knew you had to get out to a quick start. You knew it was going to be a battle against your brother. Going into that golden set, it's first time for everything. How are you feeling going into that, knowing you were just playing the first half?
I mean, yeah, all 4 of us didn't really have much of a warm-up, so we knew just like keep the errors down. And our goal was to just give these guys a lead, and we did, a 1-point lead. So, and it worked out. So there we go.
Well, we knew it was going to be tight for both the men and the women, and you're right. It was neck and neck all the way. It was 8-7 at that halfway point. You're walking off the court as you switch sides. You know that April and Alix are coming up next. It got to make you feel pretty good, right, Theo?
Oh yeah. If anyone's not, afraid of a moment like that, it's them. So we're just like, just have any lead whatsoever, pass it off to the A team, we're good.
And you guys took control pretty quickly in the second half of that 3rd set. April, have you ever played anything like that? It's already 8-7. You step on there for the first time. You just got to finish it off.
I did have one match where I missed the entire warm-up and someone had to call me and I showed up a minute before and it was one of the best matches I've ever played. So maybe warm-up is overrated, I don't know. But kudos to Trevor and Theo for taking the technical bad side in the first half of that golden set, setting us up to be on the good side and have a strong finish. So it was really a team effort literally all the way around.
Yeah, and there's a lot of strategy behind that because the Nitro decided to take receive. Huge decision on which side you were going to take to start and finish that one. You guys ended on the good side. Do you think you guys made the right choice there?
I do, but it's definitely a little swirly here, and yeah, big props to the guys because they won their match, they took care of business, they gave us the opportunity for this golden set, and they handed it off with a little lead. So it's really awesome to finish our careers on a high note, and thank you guys for being here.
Yes.
It means so much.
And way to lead right into the next thing we got to talk about. Alix and April, this was your last match, not only as a team, but in your career. Illustrious careers, 3-time Olympic medalist. Everybody around the world loves you, April. Alix, you had a shorter career in comparison. You won a gold medal. You guys ripped right through the Olympics. You won a ton of AVPs, your fan favorites. Everybody loves you. Everybody respects you. You're going out on top. Thank you so much. April, how does it feel when I say that was your last match?
You know, I can't understate how much better it feels to go out winning a match like that and technically being on the podium. It's really nice. I feel like Alix and I played really free out there, enjoyed every moment. There was no stress or tension, and we just wanted to give it everything that we had. The fans were really supportive, and it feels really, really good that this is my last time on the sand.
Well, it felt very good to watch it, April. You were amazing. And Alix, how are you doing? Last time on the sand.
I know, it's crazy. There's been a few pinch me moments. I mean, there's been some fans that told us they flew in from Europe, from Canada, from Northern California just for this match, and that means so much to us. I don't think we realize like how much of an impact maybe we've made, and we really appreciate all the support over the years. It's what's made this so fun and so rewarding.
Wow. Well, yeah, whether it's California or America, North America, the world, you are treasures, and we are so, so happy we got to witness your amazing careers. April, Alix, Theo, and Trevor, third place in the league, winners of the first ever golden set. History is made on the AVP.
A just and glorious finish to a career as well as a season. For the Miami Mayhem, they will stand on the podium. As for the rest of this, we're looking forward to our championship. The San Diego Smash versus the Dallas Dream. The gold medal matches are on the way on CBS Sports Network. Coming up next.